Hey guys, Magnus Robert here, bringing you another Walking Dead character video. Today we will be looking at Jules Butler, a member of the Oceanside community and girlfriend to Luke Abrams. Jules is of course female. She is played by Alex Gambatti. She is early 30s and first appeared in Lines We Cross. Nothing is known about Jules' life before the outbreak, and when the outbreak began, she at some point joined Oceanside. But seeing as Jules wasn't seen in Season 7, 8 and early 9, I'm guessing she joined at some point during this 6-year time jump, as Rachel mentions that they had started taking in new people. Jules seemed to like exploring ghost ships, once finding a crate of trophies shaped like dancing hot dogs. In Season 10, Jules is first seen untangling ropes with Luke. He asks her what's the weirdest thing she's found on a ghost ship and tells him about the dancing hot dog trophies. Luke thinks it's a euphemism and she jokes they did look euphemistic. Luke laughs and Jules tells him he needs a strong woman to help him untangle those ropes. Luke is a bit nervous and Jules straight up tells him she's flirting with him. Luke tries to act cool. I'm also assuming that Jules did help to put out the satellite fire and also help to kill the dead that were attracted to it, crossing into the Whisper border in the process. Days later, Jules discovers Virgil trying to steal a sail and also probably a boat. She helped to capture him and accompanies the other Oceansiders who drag him to Rachel and Cindy. Jules explains that Virgil is a thief and watches Michonne interrogate him, questioning he could be a whisperer. Walkers breach the fence and Jules rushes over to deal with them, stabbing them with her knife. It can be assumed that her and Luke hung out that night before he leaves in the morning. When the war with the Whisperers escalates and a plan is drawn to defeat them, Jules, along with many other Oceansiders, evacuates to the old hospital, also known as the Tower. She's seen handing arrows to a man before heading over to Luke. Luke is stressing over a speaker system he needs to set up and Jules tells him he'll come through, getting very touchy with him to reassure. Eventually Beta and the herd surround the tower and Jules listens to Gabe's speech, and then Luke nervously explains that he needs to connect the speakers to the wagon in order for them to be able to lure the herd away. Jules volunteers to help Luke get the equipment to the wagon via travelling through the herd. Luke smears walker guts over Jules' back, saying he's got her back literally and metaphorically. She asks if he's got the rest of her too. Such a flirt, Jules. They head to the hallway and let the zombies in, walking into the herd of the dead slowly, trying to make it to the woods. Whilst walking, Jules grabs Luke's hand, and they hold hands as they walk. Eventually, Jules and Luke both make it to safety with Jerry and Magna. Jules worries the others might not have made it, but Kelly and Daryl emerge, soon followed by Carol and Lydia. Jules helps to set up the wagon speaker system thingy, gets it working, and they begin to draw the herd away. She protects it with a bow. At night, the Whisperers advance and try to attack the wagon. Jules helps to shoot arrows at them, but they dislodge a wheel, kill Oscar, and Jules and the others are forced to flee. They huddle away from the herd and discuss what to do next. Daryl advises they should go into the herd and pick off the Whisperers one by one. Jules then helps to infiltrate the herd and take out Whisperers. In the morning, Jules waits with her Lukey Boo at the meet point in the woods. Carol informs him the herd is gone, and Luke hugs Jules in happiness. Jules then returns to Oceanside, now sharing her cabin with Luke, as the two officially become an item. Off-screen, Jules was present when the Commonwealth visited the community and eventually was out scavenging with Luke when Lance Hornsby and his minions took over the community and rounded everyone up. Luke wanted to fight, but Rachel told Jules and Luke to run and get help, so they did, despite being pursued by Commonwealth troopers. In Season 11, Jules and Luke keep fleeing in the woods, coming across Aaron, Jerry, Lydia and Elijah. Jules hugs Aaron, Jerry and Lydia, and she introduces herself to Elijah. Jerry tells them that they're planning to go to Oceanside, and Jules looks sad as Luke explains what happened, commenting the Commonwealth just took over. Luke says they should get going, and Jules adds if the Commonwealth find them, they're dead. They get moving, coming across some dead and killing them. Jules comments on how they weren't there when Hornsby arrived, and Luke explains the whole story, and Jules comforts him as he regrets not doing anything to help. Jules tells the group they haven't seen Rachel or the others since. They hear Commonwealth trucks approach and decide to gut up and walk with the herd. They walk through the herd through till the night, the trucks shining a bright light towards them but not finding Jules or her friends. The morning comes and Aaron tells Jules and the others to get to the trees, but they're unable to as some troopers on dirt bikes direct another two herds to join their herd, forcing them to keep going. They eventually find an RV to hold up in. They head there, but the sheer force of the herd prevents Jules from joining everyone else as she's pushed away. Luckily though, Luke eventually joins her. They're forced to travel with the herd all the way to the Commonwealth, entering the gates and then being redirected into specific neighbourhoods by the troopers. Jules and Luke soon find their friends and run to them joyfully. No time to reunite, as there is a shot Judith and walkers incoming. They begin to fight the dead, clearing a path to the alleyway for Daryl and Judith. Jules fights the walkers and accidentally stabs one in the back instead of the head, sadly giving the walker an opportunity to chow down on her arm. She screams in pain and Luke kills the walker, tries to drag her away, telling her she'll be okay. Luke is pushed to the ground by the dead and Jules is grabbed by a bunch of walkers as she screams out to her boyfriend, watching his leg get bitten. Then, sadly, this happens to Jules. Devoured by the dead. It's unclear if she turned, but I doubt there was anything left to turn, or anything left to bury. Either way, a plaque for Jules was put up to honour her. R.I.P. Jules Butler. So Jules wasn't anything major, but I do think she complimented Luke well. I remember people were theorising she was a Whisperer spy too, but obviously that didn't come true. She was just another named minor character. She was a flirtatious woman who got what she wanted, and she wanted Luke. She died a terrible, horrible death though, that was pretty sad. R.I.P. Anyway, thanks for watching, tell me your thoughts on Jules Butler, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.